Huh? Kaboom.
Now I gotta adjust the size of this window. Okay. So, I came across this channel. It's called Ice Cream Sandwich. Have you guys heard of them before? I only stumbled upon them, like, in the past week. They, talk about things, and they animate the video behind it, which I think is great. Storytime animating? Yeah, like, that's basically what it is.
You know what really peeves me the freak off?
Oh boy.
Several things, like slime and ASMR videos and other things that I'll go over with you. Give me the nap.
Those all sound like really sound related. Like he's very sensitive to certain sounds. Also, you know he's serious because he drew the eyebrows on.
Again. Is it still there? You still got it on. It's still there a little bit.
Oh
Did I
no.
get it? No, there's still some. Yeah. All good? Yep. Perfect.
Oh.
Pet peeves. The things that, no matter how mundane, peeve you off. They just peeve you. I consider myself a go with the flow kind of guy, but sometimes there's just a couple things that really peeve me off.
I feel like everyone has these, right? I feel like we all probably feel a little guilty for them, but I feel like there's always like something, right? Like there's some things that are just like less tolerable, even if they're like silly, right? Because I feel like little things peeve me sometimes.
If anybody else is with me on this because it seems to be a very popular thing, but one of the top things that gets my goat, slime. It kind of hurts my eyes a little. When I was younger, I got a gift, and because I am a boy,
Just dumped slime on that fella. What the heck?
it's slime. You know, you get boys, gross bugs. Blech, make a bug from the thing. Da, 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 da. I fell into that category, and so I was gifted slime one day, and I played with it for like, I don't know, a little bit. And not even after a minute or two of playing with it, my hands were filled with like this weird texture. It was like an oily...
yeah, you got the slime film. You got that film on your hands because of like whatever they have, like whatever oil or whatever they have to keep it from drying out, right?
The texture, whatever else I was touching was also getting oily. And then the slime itself was attracting all kinds of hair and dust. It was disgusting. And it was like,
yeah, see, like, I really like squishy slime stuff, but like for me, that's the thing that makes me throw it away is like the fact that it can like get dirty so easily.
2 minutes. I don't want to play anymore. And now I can't stand slime. And when I see people make those satisfying slime videos, it just throws me into a deep and terrible rage.
That's a great face, first of all. There's satisfying slime videos? Is it supposed to be like ASMR or something, I'm guessing? I've never heard of that.
Anytime I see it, I just think of like sticky hair and oily texture. I don't know what's going on in my brain that makes me mad.
He can feel it. He can feel it in his own hands. He could put himself in that situation with slime again.
But when I see it, it makes me mad. I get angry. I don't like slime. And besides, I'm more of a moon sand kind of guy anyway. Is it not just the better of the two? Would you
I don't think I ever got to have moon sand, but it always looked like it would be fun.
rather play with soft, silky, beach-like sand or icky, oily, gross, sticky booger snot toy?
To be fair, the one thing with sand that peeves me off is the fact that it can get under your fingernails. Like the fact that sand, you can't unsand yourself. Like if you've ever sat on a beach, it's like there's sand. Like once you've sat in the sand does not get off of you right away. It's like it could be like in between your toes, it could be in your fingernails. It's like there's just sand.
Something wrong with your kid. Anyway, moving on. I'm glad that we can all agree that I'm right. Next up is ASMR. I get it. There's some people that listen to it and they love it. The sound goes into the brain and it gives it a little tickle and it makes them feel good. I get that. But for some reason, it feels the opposite for me. Ow!
I mean, to be fair, I think even people who like ASMR, because I like some types of ASMR, I still have like some things I like and a lot of others that feel like this. It kind of just depends. You know, like the whispering I don't mind, but if they make too many mouth sounds, it's like I start getting irritated. It's like a really weird fine line that goes from like, oh, this is very soothing to like, I want to punch someone.
Ah! Stop it! I think it's like a personal space thing. ASMR makes it feel like somebody's right up in my bubble. And I don't like.
I mean, yeah, because like they're. I didn't see that coming. In order to hear someone whispering, they have to be close to you, right? So it's like you have to feel like the sounds are like pretty much in your ear, like up close and personal, which is probably why it could either be very soothing or like way too intense, you know?
I like my personal space. I like me a good amount of air between me and people. Don't touch me. If I'm on a plane and your legs are touching my legs, I won't say anything because I'm pretty non-confrontational, but I'll be upset about it. Next up on the list, a pet peeve I think everybody can agree on. This video is sponsored by NordVPN. Ew, why'd you do that? NordVPN is a virtual private
You licked him. Why do you have to do that?
network that keeps you safe online. Pretend for a moment that this fist is the internet.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
You're pretty good
That's
there.
bad.
But with NordVPN, you can protect yourself
Not
from
good.
malicious ads, nasty malware, and that ominous floating fist from earlier. Not to mention all those pesky trackers trying to collect your precious data.
Oh, no.
You can
Not
also
like
install
this.
NordVPN on your phone, your tablet, Bob's phone, Bob, anywhere that you need additional protection. Use promo code Ice Cream Sandwich to get NordVPN's 2-year plan plus 4 additional months for free. It's risk-free
It's lovely that he drew out the sponsor as well. Like,
with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Thanks.
also, like, is it just me or is like every video sponsored by a VPN? It's like so many of them now.
NordVPN for sponsoring this video. There's another thing that peeves me off that I'm tired of being quiet about, and something needs to be said. One moment. Look at these 2 burgers. Observe how easy it is to eat this regular-sized normal
Oh,
burger.
man, I agree. Like, why do we stack things so high? How are you supposed to? I don't know how anyone goes about eating these. Listen, okay, I'm just gonna say it. I don't know another way to put it, chat. You shouldn't have to deep throat a sandwich in order to eat it, okay? You shouldn't have to unhinge your jaw to take one bite. All right, it's disturbing. Just get 2 burgers. Why does it gotta be so tall? Why you gotta stack it?
See? Relatively easy. Now try this. It's messy. It's bigger than your mouth. It falls apart easily. Isn't that the
Yes.
worst?
Yes.
It's okay. I've been there, buddy. I don't like food that I physically have to crush with my hands to be able to eat it. I think that...
That is true. Cause you don't want the extra buns? Wimp. Can't believe it. If you're truly alpha, not beta, you would not be so afraid of the buns.
There should be a law that prohibits burgers from being bigger than the average human mouth size, which is about 2.2 inches, which is around the width of 3 human fingers. Take your fingers out of your mouth. Would you be excited to eat a hot dog that required you to unhinge your mouth to eat? I don't think so.
Bro, okay, tell me this though, chat. Is this not true, okay? If there was a place that offered gigantic hot dogs, bros would line up all day just to get one. Like, tell me this wouldn't work. Ginormous hot dogs. The bros would go. I just know it, okay? I just know. Nobody would be like, man, I can't go there. That's too big of a sausage to put in my mouth.
That required you to unhinge your mouth to eat? I don't think so. I think the rule of thumb is if your burger needs a stick to stay together, maybe it's time to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah. It's surprising how many places do this and how it's just like accepted as normal.
People who say short instead of average height. Like people are tall or short, and somehow there's no room for average.
Yeah, that's kind of like how there's, you know, you like something or you hate something. There's never room for nuance. People just like think of things very simplistically.
You're always hot or cold and there's no warm, fast or slow, full or hungry, day or night? Is your world so rigid that you are bound by the rule of black and white? Will you
Yes, most people think of things very simplistically.
There's no time for the brilliance of the sunset to dance on the stage of the horizon. I'm 5'9" and that's short to you?
Uh-oh.
It's average. Imagine what house you could build with hundreds of millions of dollars. Beautiful marble, gorgeous statues, water features. With that much money, you should be able to make something...
What is that, the Dr. Pepper fountain? Bro, look at that.
With that much money, you should be able to make something really amazing with a lot of good taste. Well, I found a place
True.
that's somehow the opposite. I was on Zillow trying to find the most expensive place to live in New York.
Have you guys seen some like cursed houses from Zillow? Like Zillow listings? They are something. We'll have to look at them. I feel like we should do a stream with them because they are insane. Like you will find the weirdest rooms and you're just like, who thought of this? How did this happen? There is some crazy places on there. And then what's even more crazy is when you find out it's sold. You're just like, how? I want to see them. Like, I just want a photograph, okay? I don't want to talk to them. I just want to know what they look like. I want to know if they look as crazy as the house they bought is, right? I just have morbid curiosity.
No, I am not procrastinating. It's important. Research. Anyway, I found this one. Look at how unfinished it looks. It looks bad. Can you guess how much this mansion costs?
All right, this one is not even that bad. He said mansion, so it's going to be very pricey. Also, look at how big these rooms are. Also, it's all made of wood. I feel like it's going to be very expensive. Like, this one makes sense to me.
$125 million.
Okay, that was more than I thought. But look at how big this is. I've seen worse, that's all.
Isn't that insane? You know, like wood at Home Depot that's like not finished or part of any complete project? That's what this place looks like. It's like a
He made his whole house out of Lincoln logs.
Table where you got all the parts but never finished them. I'm not mad that the house looks bad. I'm mad that the house looks this bad with so much money behind it. How can you be so rich and make such a bad interior? It's offensive.
I wonder if it's custom made. I love the rabid dog. Like, he gets on all fours and starts barking. I love this. This is me every time I get mad at something. Like, that's not a big deal.
Let's put this into perspective. Rich people can buy crazy things like F1 fighter jets and racetracks and probably a scrying orb. But then they go and get this. It just doesn't add up.
Yeah, it's a whole house made out of plywood.
But I'm mad. Like, if you're gonna have a bad house, it should at least be cheap. It's like spending millions of dollars on a party on the moon, and then you bring out the dessert and it's yogurt. Just plain yogurt.
Is it just me? The first thing I think that could have happened... Okay, the first thing I think could have happened is that they ran out of money. Like, they thought they had enough money to do this, but then they realized they had to cut some corners. That's what this makes me think. I'm not saying this is what happened, but it makes me speculate. Like, what's the story?
Why ruin the $1 million party with yogurt? I can only assume whoever owns this house just wanted to feel something. They've experienced so much opulence and extravagance that this disgusting, vile interior is the only thing that's made them feel anything in years. Next up, the Craftman.
It also, like, think about it this way. If he ran out of money and then found out the housing market was higher, right? I'm just being a nerd here. If he ran out of money and thought the housing market was doing good, he might have actually made more money to resell it at that point and just get the money back and then some, then finish it, right? You know, maybe he took out his calculator and was like, I should sell it.
Mac and cheese boxes. Bring in Exhibit A. As you can see here, there is a nice perforated edge designed for the user to easily access the mac and cheese dust within. Perfect. It will make opening it so much easier, except it doesn't. And every time I want a bowl of mac, I end up just crushing the box, and I feel stupid.
Okay, here I go.
Why is he so aggressive with it? He's such an angry box opener. Like, I'm aggressive and I don't manage to mess this up. Although I never really try to do the thing. Like, I never try to do it daintily. I just take the top of this off. But, like, I don't know what this is. I don't know why he's strangling it.
Perfect. It's so incredibly pointless.
I was gonna say, I usually use a knife or just like a pair of scissors.
Having a hard time believing it's a real machine making these perforated edges. Probably just a guy at the end of the production line making indents in the boxes with his fingernails because he thinks it's like helpful or something. What is it? Even if it was, there's an entire bag of cheese dust in there that needs to be extracted. It's not gonna fit through that tiny hole. Just copy cereal boxes. They figured it out and you could do the same thing. Probably. No.
I do kind of wonder why they have that corner, because it's like, it's obvious even if you did it correctly, if you pour it, it's like, it's not going to do well.
There's this thing that gets my goat so bad. When I'm on a walk with Rhea and we're having a great time, I'm taking in the nature, she's sniffing around, we come across a lawn that she's already been walking in with a tiny little, usually green, sign that says, "This lawn has been chemically treated. Keep children and pets off until dry." Why is that sign so small? Tiny. Clearly, the chemical that is treating the lawn is harmful to pets and children. Otherwise,
Oh man, is that legal? I've never seen one of these signs. I feel like that should be like a legal thing where they have to make it big enough so people can see the warning.
why would there be a sign? So, when something is harmful, why is the sign so tiny? This little contradiction, it never, like, why is it also green, which blends into the grass? The issue arises when I don't notice it until Rhea's already been in the lawn sniffing around. Clearly, the solution is to have several signs, have a little skull and crossbones on it, and then, like, string together some pink string between each sign surrounding the treating area. Imagine.
The problem is, Chad, is even if your dog doesn't go to the bathroom there, they're gonna step on that lawn. Even if they don't go to the bathroom there, they're gonna step in it. And like, let's say their dog steps just barely in the neighbor's lawn, right? It's like, well, now it's on their feet and it's chemicals. So like, even if my dog didn't step on someone's lawn, if I was near it, I would be nervous. Like, oh no, like what if my dog put like 1 foot on either side, right? Or near it. So like, how dangerous is this, right? It would just make me nervous. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
You had to store some nuclear waste from a nuclear power plant. All right, we need to keep this away from the public. It's harmful nuclear waste. So what should we do? I have just the plan.
Yeah.
It's perfect. If I were to give you a vial of poison and say drink it, would you? Probably not. But then, if I said, oh, don't worry, it's only enough to kill small children and pets, would you feel safe drinking it then? Probably not. I just hate those signs.
Yeah, it's also just scary when you think about how dangerous it is for other, like, creatures. It's like, how is that? It would make me nervous if my whole lawn was covered with something that could kill small animals, right? Like, I just wouldn't even want to treat my lawn. Then I'd be like, yeah, I'm good. I don't really want to put, like, a poison that's not strong enough to kill me, but strong enough to kill other things. Like, yeah, like, I'm good. I think I'll just go with the regular grass. I know it's not as pretty, but, you know.
Thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. If you don't subscribe, it'll make me mad. You won't like it when I'm mad.
Oh, no. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. I thought this was really entertaining. Make sure you guys give them a follow. This is from Ice Cream Sandwich.